What's going on, Canes fans? We are back with another episode of the Crude on the U, brought to you by the Scoop on the U. We have got some fantastic recruits joining us tonight. Jumping on here first is a guy who actually just got himself an offer from the University of Miami. Very talented 2024 three-star interior offensive lineman, Joseph Ionata from Calvary Christian High School in Florida. Did I get the last name right?
Yes, you did. Ainana.
All right. I don't like to butcher names.
Yeah.
How you doing, Joseph?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great, man. Great. Thanks for taking the time to join us tonight, man. Love it.
No problem.
So I like to always start off with, man, height and weight.
Right now I'm sitting at 6'4", and I weighed in yesterday at 281.
Okay. You had your wingspan measured lately?
Yeah, it was 79.75 inches, so almost 6'10", I think.
Yeah. Wow. Not bad. So this last offseason, before this current season, or not current season, but this last season started for you, what were some of the off-season workouts you did that really feel that helped you improve as a player this season?
Yeah, well, I actually work out in Tampa at a place called the Trench Academy, and that really set me up to just become more of the player that I am right now. I mean, we work a lot of we work a cycle where you work an endurance week, a power week, and a strength week. And I really think just some of the like the pin presses that we'll do on bench press that really help me, like with the sticking point on my punch, really helped me out this season. Along with obviously we do a lot of power cleans, so that helped me a lot with my explosiveness in the hips, and then the box squats help too.
How did this last season go for you and your team?
I mean, it was super awesome. We had the opportunity to go 10-3, playing the regional final game. Lost to a really good Lakewood team. I mean, I'm super happy with how we played, how I played. We really came together as a team and proved a lot of people wrong.
How many pancakes you get this year?
I can't count that. I don't know. I really can't count. I would say too many.
That's an awesome answer. Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather have too many than
I actually have no clue.
That's fantastic. You've had that many. I love that. I freaking love that, man. What is your ideal playing weight heading into this season?
So I'm actually spending a lot of time right now gaining some lean muscle, lean weight. My goal is to go into like spring, summer at around 295.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to sit around the season at 290, 295. But really excited to get up there.
And what all positions on the offensive line do you play for your high school team?
So I play left tackle for my high school team.
Okay. Because I see you listed as an interior offensive lineman. So is that a projection for you into your college career?
Yeah, I think that's more of a projection, but I mean, I've had a lot of coaches tell me that I definitely have the skill set to play tackle also because of how I play for my school team. But they also say that they really love to see me go inside, and they think I'd be really good at a center position too.
Okay. What position do you enjoy the most?
I mean, I've played left tackle my entire football career because I started my freshman year of high school, and I started at left tackle, and I've stayed at left tackle my entire time. But I am doing it's like a traveling 5-on-5 thing, which is like a bunch of one-on-ones for offensive linemen called California Power. And I'll be playing majority center for that, and then also playing some tackle.
Okay. And you talked a little bit about, some of the strengths you want to put on and add to yourself. Is there any exact weight room focuses that you're really zeroing in on certain workouts?
I mean, I'm definitely just trying to get stronger up top in bench press, get my arms bigger, get my shoulders bigger, get my chest bigger, just to really fill out more. Definitely.
And I'm curious, I got a chance to interview a Eric Winston, former NFL offensive lineman, former Miami Hurricanes great. He's been on the show a couple times. He's always spoke to me about the value of learning foot speed and foot drills as a
Mhm.
high school offensive lineman. Um, what do you do to get your foot speed up?
So we actually at the Trudge Academy where I work out, they have a speed class and an a speed and footwork class that they offer, and so I attend that, and we really work a lot of like stance and start stuff, but also like change of direction and like footwork.
And so, are you working with specific trainers or just camps?
Yeah, so it's specific trainers.
Okay, okay. Which trainers are you working with by any chance?
So Taylor Scott runs the Trench Academy, and then Raymond McNeil, who played some pro ball for a while, is my offensive line trainer, and then Lamarck Brown does the speed.
Okay, okay. And any camps for you lined up here in the near future?
I'm gonna be honest. No, not really. I haven't. I've just been playing it like slow right now. Haven't really been thinking about the camps that I'm doing. Um, but I mean, I'm sure I'll end up going to a couple.
Curious, what gets you most excited on game day? You know, is it pre-game something, or is it a big play by a teammate, or is it a big play by you? You know, what gets you pumped up?
So this is kind of funny. I'm really I'm a big locker room guy, I would like to say. So I'm in charge of the music on game day. So
Okay.
I'm a big music fan. So I really hone it in that last 10 minutes we're in the locker room. I don't
Well,
really I don't really speak. I really just sit there, lock in, mentally visualize what I'm going to do on each play.
I'm glad you brought that up because later in this interview, I'll be asking you about music.
Awesome.
So, who is your guys' biggest rival school?
So this is actually a weird one because our school rivals is CCC Clearwater Central Catholic, but we don't play them in football
Oh, okay.
anymore. So I would probably say
Okay.
Berkeley Prep. We beat them for the first time in I don't know if it was the first time ever or the first time in like 10 years or something this year.
Either
And we
way,
beat them
big win.
twice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we beat them twice.
that's awesome. That's awesome. What was the toughest battle your team faced this season? Do you think?
I'm sorry, I missed that. I had to cough.
What it was okay. What was the toughest battle? You know, toughest team that you
Yeah.
guys feel you faced this year?
I mean, as an offensive line, I think it was probably that Berkeley Prep team. But I mean, they have the number one edge in the nation on one side. They have another really good Power Five edge on the other side, and then two really good D tackles that are both gonna be really good players in college. But as a team, I would probably say that Lakewood team. They got a really talented quarterback, really talented wide receiver core, and really talented DBs. So I'd probably say Lakewood.
Do you play any other sports?
So I am planning. So I came into high school as a baseball player, actually.
Okay.
So I was like a 185-pound baseball player coming into high school. Tried out football, fell in love. So I unfortunately had to drop baseball to focus on football. It's great though, but I'm gonna throw, shot put, and discus this year for
Awesome,
track.
awesome, awesome. So, what's your favorite drill in practice?
Wow. I don't know. I'm a probably double team progression. We work that really well at practice. It's a big focus of our head coaches. Um, we do some really cool outside zone drills where we'll race another offensive lineman to reach each other. It's really cool. But I don't know. We have a lot of really cool drills that we practice.
So, on the flip side of that, what's the toughest drill? Personally speaking, for you.
Probably. I don't know if this really counts as a drill, but we do a tempo chaos period at the beginning of every practice. So as soon as we finish warmups, we
Mhm.
like drive the field on audibles, back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's a nice way to start practice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Describe your game, Joseph. What kind of player are you? What are your biggest strengths?
I would number one, definitely aggressiveness, aggressive, nasty player. I definitely love to like almost punish the defensive lineman that lines up against me. But also I would also say I'm pretty patient in pass pro too. That's what I hear a lot from coaches and ex NFL players that know what they're talking about. And especially my offensive line trainer, they really say I'm really patient in my pass pro, but also really aggressive in my run blocking. So probably the mental side of things, honestly.
So speaking of all that, what traits mentally and physically do you believe make a dominant interior offensive lineman or center?
I mean, just being nasty and aggressive. You just want to confidence is a big role too. Just believing that you have the ability to block the guy in front of you and drive him and put him in the dirt. Believing in yourself is a really big thing.
Absolutely. So we're talking game week film study right here versus the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
What do you try to identify early in the matchup you're going to be facing against?
What they throw and what works, like what moves they really like to work, and which of them work the best for them and that they keep on going back to. A lot of times I'll actually look at the highlight tape of the defensive lineman and see what moves really worked for him on his tape and pick up on that.
So let's get into some recruiting here for you. How are you enjoying the recruiting process?
It's super crazy. It's awesome. I wasn't even expecting this to happen anytime soon right now. I mean, obviously everyone wants to have a ton of offers, but you just have to wait and be patient and know that they'll come.
Tell us about that Canes offer. How'd you find out about it? Who told you? Give us the lowdown.
Okay, so I woke up this morning at like 10:30-ish, and I looked at my phone, and Coach Marabaugh DM'd me on Twitter and said, "Hey, what's up, Joe? Can I get your head coach's name and phone number?" I sent it to him. He called my coach, and then someone my dad used to play with, Coach Todd Stroud. My dad used to play with him in FSU, actually.
Okay.
He's on the staff. He gave my dad a call, and my dad got off the call, and he said that Coach Marabaugh wants me to call him as soon as he got off the call. So I called Coach Marabaugh, and he told me that he watched my film. Since they just finished up with the 23s, he just started watching 2024 film, and he just really thought that I deserved it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome that they got you to the top dogs right away, so you could speak to them. That's fantastic.
It's really cool. Such an
Especially
honor.
being a 2024 kid, and still having another year to grow and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Getting those relationships built early is so vital.
Definitely.
It's just so vital. Was it a big surprise to you, honestly? That you got that offer. Was it a shock at all, or was there any expectation possibly?
I mean, the timing was a little bit of a surprise. I was thinking, normally because January is really big in Florida. January and spring ball when we come back is really big. But I mean, I really trusted the way. I really trusted my film. I think I played really well, and then from the talks I've had with Coach Cristobal and Coach Marabaugh, how they've talked about me. I mean, how I did at the Legends camp that I attended. I mean, really, I kind of felt like I deserved it, but I didn't know when it would happen.
Just a brief, overall opinion here. What do you think of this new Miami staff? What's your opinion on them so far?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think having a head coach who has a background in O-line is super, super awesome. I think that
was the next question I was going to ask you. Literally,
I'm sorry. I think the staff is awesome, especially having it's almost like an O-line focus on this team. And then just the way they recruit, the way they build relationships is really, really special.
what factors are going to be important for you in choosing a college? You know, outside, of course, having a head coach who's an offensive line coach.
Yeah.
What factors are, for you really play an important role?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the relationships that I build and like the focus of the team, where the team wants to be. Like if they're okay, if they're more content with losing, or if they really are striving to get better and win more games, and then ultimately, what's going to be the best fit for me, and where am I going to succeed the most?
Who are some of you, I mean, do you have a favorite player? Do you have a couple favorite players, guys you like to look up to and steal a little bit of their game from?
Yeah. So I think the first player I've actually watched like a breakdown on was Joe Thomas,
Yeah,
and that was
amazing.
awesome because
Yeah.
especially as a as such a tall guy, he was really able to learn to bend and get low and get to that hip of the defensive lineman. So I feel like I incorporate a lot of that in my game, but also I love Tristan Wirfs on the Bucks because he's not almost a typical tackle build, but he really kills it there. So I get a lot of inspiration from that. But also, I mean, I love Jason Kelsey, I love Quentin Nelson, obviously Trent Williams, those guys.
Anything that you're curious about studying in college? Anything that you've thought about already?
See, this is I don't
It's a tough
I
question.
I know. I think I might want to go into like the field of coaching,
Mhm.
maybe like sports specific training, physical science, and then also maybe even the business side of something to do with football or training.
So overall, in general, just would like to retain with the sport, even
Definitely,
if you're not playing it. Yeah,
definitely, I love it.
I got you. All right, man. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Pre-game playlist. What are you bumping for your? What are you playing? You're in charge of it. You're the
All right.
DJ.
So the last song always has to be "Dreams and Nightmares."
Okay.
Perfect last song. But I'm a big I really like heavy metal to
Okay.
get hype. So I'm a big fan of like Slipknot and Korn.
Okay.
Those are my two favorites. And but I mean I also throw in some Little Baby, throw in some young boy. I mean I have a really good mix. I would like to say.
What's your favorite corn song?
Jeez. I really like Clowns really good. Uh, I
I'm
mean
a.
I love Freak on a Leash.
I was just gonna say that's mine
Yeah.
right there. Man. Freak on
Probably
a Leash.
Freak on a Leash though.
Love that dude. Gets you
Yeah.
pumped up.
I actually got a corn shirt for Christmas, so I'm
Awesome.
pretty excited about that.
Awesome. Well, man, here I got my last question here I got for you, and it's a question that I ask every single player, every recruit that we bring onto this show, every guest we bring onto this show. Why do you love the game of football?
I love the game of football because you you really work so hard and you're able to see your progress. I really and then I also love the struggle that football presents. I love working towards something to get slowly better, and then you eventually get to see that result that all your hard work paid off of. And I mean, I know everyone says it, but the family that you create through football and the connections and the people that you meet is just it's unlike any other sport.
That's a fantastic answer. I love that. The brotherhood aspect is really
Definitely.
important for a lot of players. And just before you go here, where can the good people find you? Go ahead and plug them with your social media accounts.
All right. So the Instagram is j.inata IONATA 55. And then my Twitter is just Joseph underscore Inata.
All righty. Joseph, man, thank you for taking the time to come on here and let Cane fans get a little more familiar with you.
Thank you so much. Go Canes.
Yes, sir. And enjoy the rest of your vacation in the mountains.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, we have got our next guest backstage back here with us already. This is a 5-star 2025 quarterback from all the way off from the West Coast, Michael Butter Tollefson. Hope I said the last name right. Did I say the last name right? I'm not hearing you there. And it's not showing you're on mute. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have it all the way turned up on your computer? Yeah, I don't know. Unless you have to have a microphone or something like that, accepted. While he figures this out, guys, we'll talk about him just for a minute here. Like I said, this is a 5-star 2025 quarterback. This isn't just your typical guy, typical quarterback recruit. He's from San Juan Hills High School in California. I'm definitely curious about asking about his nickname, Butter. I'm curious to hear where that came from. But I mean, this guy's got a lot of upside. I mean, it's why Miami's already offered him. That's why a lot of teams have offered him. He just got a hold of me. He's going to get on his dad's computer and figure it out. So, if any of you guys got any questions or anything like that, I'll just keep kind of spewing off some info here. But if you guys got any questions, let me know until he logs back on. I'm curious to hear about what he has to say about the California grind. We always talk about how Florida football, high school football is the best. Georgia high school football is the best. I know California players always have something to say about that. Their state is right up there with them, and with how much talent comes out, it's hard to knock it. It's a huge state, which also of course helps. That gives you more talent to work with, but it's definitely an area that pumps out the most talent. One of the top 3, that's for sure. As of right now, when I checked last, Michael is rated, I believe, the number 2 quarterback in his class and a top 20 overall recruit. So, like I said, I mean, this 5-star earning is definitely not just a slim 5-star earning. This is one of the top 20 players in the entire nation in his class, getting that kind of recognition already. Joseph Ionata, the guy we just had on here, you guys, fantastic interior offensive lineman. He recently just got that offer. I was excited to talk to him about it. Me and him had been in contact back in the day, but it had been quite a while. So to see him get that offer, honestly, was really exciting to me because I had a chance to watch his film for a while and see his upside. And I know how hungry he is, and I know how much that offer meant to him. And just to get those kind of offers out to kids who want to be Canes, it means something. It truly does. We've talked about it forever, Canes fans. We want guys who want to be at the University of Miami. We want guys who want to put on the orange and green and bleed it. We don't want guys who want to come here and use this as a stepping stone or use this as just a way to attract attention from other schools. We want to be that school that's actually drawing in the attraction, the SEC style. And that's kind of where we're going. That's why we got the staff we got. And even though some people, of course, have been a little upset at the staff and there are many firings and stuff like that, like I said, I believe the staff is going to stick together, and I believe that they feel that it is somewhat of an SEC-style staff. So I think they're going to stick with it at least one more year, guys. I really do. I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, and I know Gaddis is a name that has quite a few people riled up, but I would give Gaddis one more year. I really would. How many more players can we add to this recruiting class? Mia Canes. That's a great question. I think it honestly depends on the caliber of the recruit, honestly. We will make some room, I believe, if we need to somehow, some way, especially when you're considering an elite recruit. Schools are good at doing that. But here, we have our guest right backstage. We'll talk about this in just a little bit. Michael, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got it. It's a little delayed, but yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
All right,
So
yeah,
hopefully this
it'll
works.
work. It'll work, bro. We'll make it work.
Okay.
Well, man, yeah, I got a chance to introduce you, man. 5-star 2025 quarterback, second-ranked quarterback in your class, top 20 overall. What's that like being a 2025 player and getting that kind of recognition already?
Well, I've been playing football since I was just a little baby. My dad always coached football, so I've always grown up around it. Um, it's always just been me trying to be the best. So it's kind of just me doing what I love, playing football, and then just people taking notice of it. And then I get high in these rankings, but really it's just a young kid still playing the sport that I love to play.
So where did the nickname Butter come from?
My mom gave it to me when I was a tiny little baby, just because I have the same name as my dad, so just named to separate myself.
Anything like, smooth like butter, like how you play kind of, or anything, or what?
I mean, it kind of catches on now. Like, look, someone made this for me during a game. I keep it up in my room now. Smooth like butter poster.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
Yep.
the nickname helps out. I love it. Helps me get
Yep.
recognized.
Might as well work with it, bro. It's great for marketing stuff, especially with the NIL stuff going on these days. Definitely,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Use that brand. No doubt about it.
Yes, sir.
So what's your current height and weight right now, Michael?
Right now I'm sitting at about 6'1", 190.
Okay.
6'1", 190.
Have you had your hand size measured lately?
I think I know I did during the summer. I think it's about 9.5, 9 3/4.
Okay, yeah. That's really good. 2025. Yeah, that's just fine. So this off season before this last season started, what were some of the workouts that you did that you felt really helped you this season, helped kind of take your game to a higher level?
I think track is a big part. Speed is everything, especially in high school. You can't tackle what you can't catch. So I definitely think track has helped me out a ton, my speed and on the field. And then my quarterback coach, Danny Hernandez, we've been working for like 3 years now. He's best quarterback coach in the country. We really right with that.
You consider yourself a dual threat quarterback then?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. So that's what I saw in your film. Yeah. So how did this season
Yes,
go
sir.
for you and your team? Was this a successful season for you guys?
It was disappointing. We started out rough. We had a few transfers that weren't eligible for the first 6 games because of rules out here in California. But we went undefeated in the league. I won league player of the year. We ended up going to the playoffs. One round one, 35-0. It was a blowout. Took our last L. That's where it ended.
What kind of stats did you put up this year?
Ooh, I think I had around like 1,800 passing, and then I think I had around 700 running, so about 2,500 yards overall. And then
Okay.
I think I had about 22, 23, something around there touchdowns.
Okay. Yeah, just all around productive. No doubt.
Yeah.
Who is your guys' biggest rival school?
Well, our biggest rival school it's a good question. It was we actually played them last year.
I lost you
So
there for
our
a second.
biggest rival other than that is
What was their name?
all right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What was their
San
name?
Clemente High School.
Okay. I'm familiar with them. Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
What was that game like when you played them last? Was that pretty big battle?
It was, big crowd. We played them away, so they were heckling, but it was just a good atmosphere to be around. Even as a freshman, a sophomore, a young kid, it helps you grow.
Yep.
Helps you get ready for those big games.
Definitely. What was the toughest team that you felt you guys faced this season? What was the biggest battle?
Ooh, I think Santa Margarita. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but we kept it. It was a really good game. They went on a game-winning drive, but they were definitely the most talented team we played. And I think since they were talented, it lifted our whole team up to play better.
I'm trying to remember. Is that where Collins Achampong played?
Yeah, that's who we played.
So you got an experience to see him off
He had
the
a-
edge. What do you think about him?
He had a couple sacks on me, multiple tackles. He was a beast, man.
Sorry, drop the pin there.
That was big man for my. That was one big man for my O-line to handle.
Oh, dude, I mean, and the length alone. I mean he's kind of a freak of nature, man. That dude's going to be a beast at the college level. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it.
Absolutely, and he's super humble, super good guy.
Yeah, I've had a chance to interview him. Very, very humble guy, definitely. Are you doing any 7-on-7?
Oh yeah, I'm with the Trillium Boys this year, trying to go out there and win the national championship. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah! Love to hear that, man. How do you feel 7-on-7 has helped you in pads?
I think since we're in the off season, everyone's trying to get better, trying to get faster. But I think 7-on-7 really brings like the competitive energy that you get when you're playing tackle, but you can get that competitiveness in the off season.
Now, this is a question that all fans are always curious about, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. How far can you grip it and rip it? How deep can you toss the rock?
Right now, I'd probably say about 60, 65, trying to up that.
That's impressive, though, 2025.
Yes,
that's
sir.
impressive. Where do you feel comfortable as far as accuracy in your deep range?
I mean, I think I'm up there with the best, especially in my class in high school. I think I'm pretty accurate with it.
Are you accurate, up to 60, 65 yards?
Can you still hear me?
It broke up a little bit.
Okay, I don't know if I've ever thrown that far in a game, but I mean, if we're just out there 7-on-7 or just out there at the park, I think I could place it pretty well.
What gets you most excited on game day?
The energy, just, the fans are out there. Everyone's out there just to watch you. You're going one-on-one against some other guys that think they're better than you, and you just have to go out there and show them that they really can't mess with you. It's just the energy.
What traits do you feel make an elite quarterback, mentally and physically?
Mentally, quick decision making, being able to see something and react on it right away. Obviously, football knowledge. Can he read a defense? Can he know what the other guy's supposed to do? And then physically, I think the most important for quarterbacks is just accuracy, and I think leadership is a big thing in a quarterback too.
Absolutely.
Because if you can make good, quick decisions and be accurate with the ball, that's really the name of the game.
Yep. Getting the ball out early and letting guys, yards after the catch, all that stuff is it. Yeah, definitely name of the game. Quarterbacks, you don't need to get them hurt. Don't need to get that jersey dirty if you don't need to, unless you're out there running around yourself. What do you want to improve at the most this off season? Where do you want to be able to show the most improvement when week 1 starts this next year?
Definitely just being able to be there and be a pure passer, because I think last year I showed a lot of my ability to run a lot last year. So I think this year I want to be able to show that I could get a ball, read a defense, and just place the ball wherever I want to on the field.
What's your favorite drill? You got anything that stands out you really like to do?
Ooh, let me think. You talking like quarterback drills or just in general?
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah, we'll stick to quarterback drills. Yeah.
I think the most important thing as a quarterback is, I think it's just routes on air with your receivers, getting timing down. Just know where they're going to be when you release the ball.
As a quarterback, what's the toughest drill that you face in practice?
Ooh, probably some tempo drills, just being able to make a good decision, get the ball out quick, and then your coaches are moving you as fast as you can to get back to the next play, understand the play, read the defense, snap the ball, make your decision, and have it be a good ball, all in just a span of a few seconds.
Well, you mentioned leadership, and I'm going to bleed that kind of into the next question here. leadership at quarterback. Describe your game. What kind of quarterback are you? Who are colleges getting in the future if they get your commitment?
I definitely think they're getting an overall well-rounded quarterback. I think there's really one spot in my game that I lack. I can run, I could throw, I could be a pure passer. I think I could be a dual threat at the same time. I'm really good at being able to make something happen out of nothing, improvise, and I think I got a good arm.
I can see that all on your film, man. It's all very evident, honestly. When you are, actually, I'm going to different question here. Game week film study versus opponent's defense. We're talking about just your initial, when you're sitting down first looking at film, when you're studying your opponent. We're going to zero in on the DBs. What are you looking for early in that film to try to take advantage of those DBs?
First, kind of got to look at the structure of the defense. They have one safety, two safety. Then you kind of look, how are the DBs playing? Are they playing hard? Are they playing press? Are they playing off most of the time? Where are their hips at? Are their hips towards the sideline, like a bit straight up on the receiver? They're one-on-one. So you can tell a lot from the DBs.
Exactly, and that's exactly why I asked. The DBs show a lot for a quarterback, that's for sure.
Yes.
What makes California high school football so special? There's always arguments that Florida's the best, Georgia's the best. Put on for California? Why is California the best state for high school football?
California ball is the best ball because every team is good. Like, you could have the modern days, and there's some teams that when they play modern day, they'll still give them a run for their money just because there's a lot of people out here. We have a big population, so every team has guys that can go, and they're every week in and week out. You're not just gonna have an easy game. You got to prepare 100% every week.
How big is your guys' home stadium?
I think ours fits like 3,500.
Okay. So what are some of your pre-game traditions? Anything rituals or anything like that you go through weekly?
Well, pre-game game day, we got the headphones on, we're listening to music, and then right before the game, we go to warm-ups, and then we go back to the locker room. And then when we go back to the locker room, I'm gonna walk outside with my closest friends, the ones that I'm always with, and we're gonna go outside and pray.
Great way to start, man. I love that. I love hearing that. So, you're 2025, but you're moving up here quick. How are you enjoying the recruiting process so far? I know it's still pretty early for you, but are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I am enjoying it. I know when I was a freshman, I started getting interest and started getting college coaches to contact me, or I can't say that, or started getting interest. It was really it was cool just to see that people can see all the work that you put in throughout your whole life. Start to go on these visits and you really start to see wow, this could be this could turn into a lot.
And you got a team like Miami who sees that from all the way across the nation, So I mean, it just shows your talent, bro. I mean, really, it really does. You're a national recruit. What schools, we had a chance to talk about Miami here for a sec, but has there been any other schools that have been showing you some love?
I think the most love, Miami, all the time. When I went on my visit, they showed so much love. FSU shows a lot of love. Let me think. FSU, Miami, those are really the big two right now.
As long as Miami's above FSU, I'm cool with it. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. Have you had a chance to talk with any of the coaches? I know you're 2025. Has there been an opportunity for you at all to talk with coaches at Miami?
When I went on my visit, yes, sir.
Who are you able to talk with there?
I talked to Coach Ponce, the QB coach. I feel like Coach Ponce was really personable with me, my dad, my whole family. he really gave us a great experience. And then I was able to see Coach Cristobal, Coach Gatis. I went to a camp, so I really got to see the whole staff at that too.
What's your overall opinion of this new staff at Miami? What do you think about them?
I think they have great energy. I think I could tell when I was talking to Cristobal that he loves Miami and he really wants to build that program back up.
So that offer from Miami, all the way across the nation, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us how you found out about it, and was it a surprise?
It definitely was a surprise. My coach, it was spring break. My coach called me out of nowhere, and he was just like, the University of Miami is interested in you. They want to extend an offer, and it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't really even know Miami was watching my film or had any interest in me. So it was kind of just, it was nice from afar and like my film enough to send me
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Are you hoping to visit the campus again in the future?
Absolutely.
Great. I'm glad to hear that, man. You're still young, but what are some of these factors going to be then for you? Since you've already experienced, you've seen Miami's campus and stuff, you've talked to some other colleges. What are going to be some of these big factors for you when it comes time to choose a school?
Does their offense fit the type of player that I am? I'm not this big 6'5", 6'6" guy, so I don't want to run into a university where they love 6'5" tall quarterbacks. I want to go somewhere where I know they'll play the shorter quarterback and I could succeed there. Because ultimately they're the NFL, so I want to go somewhere I can get developed. And then at the same time, the schooling, like how good the schooling is also plays a factor. And look,
I got 3 words for you. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those 3 words mean to you now?
Means a place that I have to think about, can I see myself there in the future?
So you see, you really were attracted to the campus and the staff and everything, huh?
Yes.
I love hearing it, man. Who are some of your favorite players, or do you have a specific favorite player, and why?
Think. I like the way Joe Burrow plays, especially on that 2019 LSU team.
Yeah.
Caleb is just really crazy talent. Just there's not many people that could do what he does. And then Aaron Rodgers, I think he's so clean. Just the way he throws the ball, the way he moves around, I think it's really clean.
Who would you compare your playing style to? Who do you think mimics you as an NFL quarterback, kind of?
Ooh. I've been asked this before. I got to think.
What I personally saw, I saw a little Justin Fields in your film when I watched it.
Thank you. He's doing great this year. I would like to say Joe Burrow, but obviously, a dual threat factor that could also give me the Justin Fields, a runner type quarterback.
Go ahead and give a shout out to some of the high school coaches that have been helping you out, man. Show them some love.
My head coach, Coach Robert Frith, my quarterback coach, my QB trainer, best QB trainer in the country, Coach Danny Hernandez, and then my track coaches, and then ultimately my dad. He's really been with me the whole way. He trains me, does weightlifting with me. He's really been kind of my main guy in the process.
What are your goals for next season as a team and an individual?
As a team, it's always got to be state championship, because you always got to shoot big. That's always been the goal. And then for myself, I want to get faster. I want to get bigger. And I want to be able to show that I can sling the rock and I could be accurate and I could be a more of a pure passer.
What's on that pregame playlist that you're listening to right before you got to take your headphones off?
Ooh, probably some Lil Baby, some T Grizzly always. Let me see what else. Probably some Drake in there. You know, everybody loves Drake. That's pretty much it. You know, some more underground guys from LA, but that's really it.
I stay plugged into the LA scene, bro. I'm a
Yes,
big West Coast fan, bro. Big West Coast fan. So before I ask you your last question here, go ahead and let the good people know where they can find you on social media.
Ooh, all socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything is name.
Everything is just your name, Michael Tolferson?
Yeah. Oh no, just at Butter Tollefson.
At Butter Tolferson. Perfect. Okay. And this is the
Yes,
last
sir.
question I have for you, man. And this is the question I ask every single person we bring onto this show. Why do you love the game of football?
Ooh. I love the game of football just because that's where I feel like myself. Like when I'm on the football field, when I can compete, when I'll show somebody else that I'm better than you. Like that's really where I have like the most fun. That's where I just feel like that's who I am.
That's a great answer, man. It's simple and it's right to the point. I guess what I would say is, what's next for Michael Tolferson? You know, what do you got coming up next year before we let you go?
Ooh, I mean, just soon we got 7-on-7. I'm trying to go win a 7-on-7 national championship. Track season, try 9, sub 11, 100 meter. Those are just my short-term goals. And then for next season, we're going to try to win a state championship.
Sounds fantastic, man. Well, dude, I truly appreciate you giving the Canes fans a chance to get to know you a little better and giving some free time of your afternoon. I know you're on the West Coast. Time zones can get a little messy sometimes, but I'm glad we were able to make this work out. I mean, dude, you're if anybody hasn't seen your film yet, they got to go watch it. There's no doubt that you're a 5-star, and it's easy to see why you're a 5-star. Butter Tolferson, thank you again for giving us free time, man. Thank you so much for joining the Scoop and giving us your free time, and I'd love to have you back on in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you for letting me join the show. Have a nice night.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, guys. That was 5-star quarterback out of the 2025 class, Michael Butter Tolferson. This kid is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they don't like to hand out 5-star rankings super early to certain positions. Yes, quarterback's one of them, but you still see a lot of the top guys ranked as 4 stars. He's got that 5-star ranking. We've got one more recruit that's going to be joining us. He just got a hold of me in the DMs here. I think he'll be jumping on any second. Recently was given a PWO offer by the University of Miami, but I'm telling you guys, I got a chance to watch this guy's film. I'm excited about this PWO offer. I truly am excited about it. And it appears we have him backstage right now.
Oh.
Hey, Briggs, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, your video's not on, but I can hear you.
Oh, I
I
don't know. I'm clicking the button and it's not working.
It's all good. As long as your voice is good enough, bro. Don't worry. No worries.
All right. Awesome. Sounds good.
Well, man, dude, Briggs, first off, man, thank you for joining the Scoop, man. Thank you for giving us this free time, dude, just so Canes fans can get to know you a little better.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all, man. No problem. So let's see. You're from South Park High School in Missouri, correct? Or South Hill Park?
Park Hill South.
Hill South. Okay, it's all
Yes,
back.
sir.
I had it literally all backwards written down, dude. Literally all backwards written down. That's nuts how bad Wow, talk about a swing and a miss, dude. But
That's
I do
funny.
know I do know in Missouri though, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, at least I got that right, man.
Yeah.
What is your current height and weight right now, Briggs?
I'm like a 5'10" and a half, 185. I'm definitely probably gonna be like 190 here pretty soon. Starting to gain some weight pretty fast.
Okay. Have you had any speed times lately? Any 40-yard dash times or anything like that?
Nah, my last one was I went to a rivals camp in summer and ran a 4.53.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll probably be faster here pretty soon. We're gonna do track. So we went to state last year in the 4x1 and 4x2. So I'll definitely get back on the running grind here pretty soon.
So, what were some of the workouts you did this last off season that helped you this season? Where do you feel that you made some improvements at this last off season?
Well, quite honest with you, I was coming off of surgery, so I was like 150 pounds. So I didn't have much of an off season, and then pretty much just jumped. Like I was literally wearing an ankle brace running track.
Oh man.
So I mean, if that tells you, so yeah, I didn't have too much off season. I did 7-on-7. I mean, that's pretty. That was a lot of fun. I mean, that'd probably be the most improvement. But then right away, I was pretty much in season. So
were you able to get up to full health when it was time to put pads on?
Oh yeah, I was full health. I just I didn't get to bulk at all. Like I didn't have the same weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it just now like I was probably like 178, 177 during the season, but I've already gained this much weight after a season just with lifting weights and stuff. So
Okay. So you can put it back on pretty quick then.
oh yeah.
What positions? You're listed as an athlete. What positions do you play for your high school?
So I started off the year at wide receiver for like the four games, and then our quarterback got hurt, so I had a little bit of quarterback in my past, which I played with my old coaches. And so they threw me in at quarterback, and then I started there for the rest of the season. But I have offers for running back, wide receiver, and then like the military academies want me at quarterback. So
Okay.
kind of.
Wow, man, versatile. Very versatile.
Yeah, and then like other schools like Wyoming, like Colorado State, some of those schools want me at safety. Like I've heard everything, safety, linebacker, you name it.
Dude, basically the only thing I haven't heard is kicking or punting.
Yeah.
So how did things go this season for your team?
It was a little disappointing. We lost our head coach, and he brought a lot of he brought the whole offensive staff with him.
Oh man.
So I mean, I had a whole brand new team basically
Wow.
this year. So I mean, we went undefeated last year, and this year we did not start off too hot. I think we entered the playoffs with like 4 wins. No, 3, 4 wins, and then ended up 6-6. So I mean, it was a disappointing season, but like our guys went through a lot of adversity. We had coaches quit during the season. We had players quit. Like our starting quarterback quit after he got hurt. We had one of our best wide receivers quit, who started as a sophomore. We had one of our other linebackers who started as a sophomore. Like it's crazy. It was a crazy year.
Dude, that's rough. Like Briggs, bro. Like that's one of the roughest stories I've heard so far. Honestly, like you guys went through some trials and some tribulations. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Who is your guys' biggest rival school?
Oh, I would say our biggest rival school is Park Hill. I mean, it's just we have to play at their field because our school doesn't want to pay for a field. But I mean, I make rivals with about every other team and I try to make it personal.
Yeah.
If they like do any little thing, I get fired up for the rest of the game and stuff like that. But I don't know. I never really show it on the field. I'm not one of the guys that talk trash. Kind of just, I don't know. I'm so bad at talking smack. I wish I was better, but
You just want to battle with your action, right?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
That's nothing wrong with that, man. So what do you feel then? We spoke about your biggest rival school. What was the toughest team you felt you faced this year?
Either Lee Summit North or Liberty North. I mean, both those guys were stacked with Division One guys.
Yep.
Stacked.
Yep.
Liberty North went to the state title last year. Lee Summit North entire D line is Power 5, plus they have the number one offensive lineman in the country. I'm pretty sure. Caden Green. I'm not for sure if he's the number one, but like I don't know. I saw like edit that he was the number one offensive lineman in the country.
He's top 6, 7. Yeah.
Top 6. Oh dang. Okay, never mind. But I mean, I don't know. Like they got a lot of very talented players. But we played both those teams pretty early on in the season, but they were still very good.
So this offseason then, last offseason being pretty rough for you, it sounds like. What's your focus on this offseason? Where do you want to take your game to the next level?
Probably running routes and like catching punts, I would say. You got to focus. I'm the man at my high school, but I know whenever I go to college, I'm not going to be that guy. So I have to get ready to play wherever they want me. Punt return, kick return, wherever, I want to get to work and get on the field. So
special teams matter, bro. I mean, it really, really does. And I'm glad that you're already seeing that and willing to work at that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about some of the things you're working on. What happened with you last season. What are some of your strengths? Like right now, like what do you feel are some of your biggest strengths?
I don't know. I'd probably say like vision and stuff like that. With like my football strengths or
Yep. Yeah, strength, like mentally, physically, however you want to put it.
I mean, I don't. I feel like I can handle a lot of adversity. Like I told you, like what happened this year.
Yeah.
Like I don't ride the roller coaster. I am who I say I am, and I do it every single day. Kind of just, I don't know. I feel like my vision is very good for a running back. Like whenever like I had the ball in my hands, like people are like, "Man, how'd you make that cut or whatever?" I'm like, I don't know. I kind of just feel it. I don't know. I don't think. I just go.
Yeah. When it becomes natural, that's when it gets exciting. Honestly.
Oh yeah. That and then probably just like I work hard. Like I'm never gonna say I'm the hardest worker in the room because you never know what everybody else is doing. And I like to do a lot of my stuff. Like I don't like to post on social media and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'd say I work hard. So I'd say that's one of my strengths.
And you had made some mentions here of doing track and stuff. So what other sports are you all participating in?
I mean, I wish I was a better basketball player. I played basketball my freshman and sophomore year, but I mean, it's just not for me. And I somehow cannot dunk with a 40.7 vertical. Like I still can't dunk. I don't get it. Like someone, huh?
You're 6 feet tall?
No, I'm a little shorter than 6 feet, but I mean, I got a 6 foot wingspan, so it's not like I have short arms, and I have big hands. I think like 10.5-inch hands. So I don't know.
You'll get up there eventually, bro. You'll get it.
Yeah, if someone oops it to me, that's easy, but I don't know.
So, kind of curious here, leadership role with you coming in next season as a guy who's going to be looked up to by your peers. Is this something that you are going to be really verbal about? Is it going to be with your actions? Is it going to be a nice mix of both?
I definitely just say it's actions. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna earn your respect, and I don't know. That's just how I do it. I've never been the guy who's super commanding and like I'm your leader or whatever. Like whatever. Like if you don't respect me, you don't respect me. Like cool. I'm gonna not change. So I don't know.
Make them earn it, man. Make them earn that respect, bro. Ain't no other way to get it, man. Let's get it out the mud, you know?
Yes, sir.
What gets you most excited on game day, man? You know, is it something that, you know, you do personally, your team accomplishes, or is it, you know, just pregame? You know, what gets you most pumped up on game day?
I mean, pregame's always really hype. And just kind of just going out there with my guys, I would say, and like probably like the thing that's most hype about game day is scoring touchdowns. Like even if it's not even me, like I love celebrating my teammates. I'm as happy as can be whenever one of my teammates score. You know, like I don't know. I just am very selfless in that way and like to congratulate people.
That's a true teammate, man. Especially when you know you understand that you're the man on your team. You're willing to share that glory, and you want to bring your guys up. You want to improve their game. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, and I mean being that guy too, and like celebrating with others, I feel like it like means more to them and stuff like that. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Having that peer, you know, the guy they look up to, the top dog, they're celebrating with them and showing love. That's the right way to approach it, Briggs. No doubt about it.
Yeah, because I've been in their shoes before. Because we had this really good wide receiver at our school, like a year ago. His name was Moody Rubin, and now he's at Stanford. He's a true freshman. Has already scored two touchdowns at wide receiver. It's
Right
crazy.
on.
And like I don't know, he's like the happiest guy for me whenever I scored, which was so cool because like he like scored all the time, and then like I was a sophomore and like scored my first touchdown. He was like so hyped for me. And I was like, that's awesome. So
That's great that you had a guy you could look up to like that to kind of learn about how you wanted to be a leader. You know, you could mimic some of that because you knew how good that made you feel when that guy showed you love.
yeah, absolutely.
So, any pregame traditions? You know, anything wild you do? Any rituals? Anything like that?
No, I don't really have too many rituals. I mean nothing crazy. Just listen to music and you know get in the zone. I listen to I guess like a lot of people my age I feel like listen to like all this hardcore rap and like all like this like hype stuff. Like I literally listen to like indie rock and like not hype stuff because I don't know. It kind of just brings me back to the good old days, like little league football, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like it just brings me to like a happier place, I would say, because I don't play with anger, so
Yeah.
like I don't know. I don't need to be all hyped and stuff. I'm just kind of just going with it, I guess.
So you want to play with a clear mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you got this PWO offer from Miami.
Mhm.
Overall, how are you enjoying your recruiting?
It's definitely a lot of fun. I mean, it's awesome getting spoiled, at a bunch of different schools and stuff. And are you just talking about for Miami or just overall?
In general, I mean, just in general, are you enjoying the process?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just went to an official visit to UNLV. It's like, I mean, I was in Las Vegas for a paid vacation, basically, which was a whole lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to go to Las Vegas for a weekend?
Hell yeah, man. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, take advantage of this stuff, man. Enjoy it. Have fun, bro. Like literally, like if a school wants to pay for it, go visit, man. Go see different parts of this country. You never know what's going to appeal to you till you see it.
Right. And I definitely thought the same thing until like, even like with Miami, like I had no idea what to expect. You know, all
Yeah.
I've kind of heard about Miami is that it's this big party place and stuff like that. Like I had no idea there was like a private school that it's
Yep.
like, I don't know, it's very like historic being on the grounds and then like playing in the Miami Dolphins stadium. It'd be so cool. And then,
It's a lot different than what some of the old vibe was,
yeah,
the rumors and everything about it and stuff. It's a little different like that once you get on campus for sure.
for sure. Yeah, I agree.
So that Miami offer, being the PWO offer, tell us about it. Who did you speak with? How did you find out about it?
So I have been talking to Steven Shrum since I've been a sophomore.
Okay.
He was recruiting me whenever he was at Wisconsin. I went up on a visit for Wisconsin. Loved him. Like he's just an amazing guy.
Yeah.
I've grown really close with him over the years, And then he hit me back up after my season, like, because he knows that I've gotten hurt and stuff like that. It's like he just wanted to make sure I made it through the season. Then he hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm down here. Let's go." And immediately, like, even my family, like, they loved him because he sat with us the entire Wisconsin game. Even though we have 4 and 5 stars, like, he spent the whole time with a sophomore, or actually, I think I was a junior when everyone on the visit. But I don't know, like, I don't know. He's been really good to me. So
That's great to hear. You're already making those kind of bonds and relationships, man. It's so important going forward.
absolutely.
Were you surprised by that offer from Miami?
I knew. I didn't really. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the day if I would have got a PWO from Miami, I would have said no. But that's kind of just because he asked me in the same day. Like, I don't know. I hadn't really ever thought about Miami before he told me that he was there and stuff like that. But, like, he's seen my film and, like, I know he knows how I am and, like, who I am. And so, like, that's, like, once he, like, told me that he was there, I was like, all right, I'll probably get something from this. So,
I'm glad it worked out that way. I really am.
Oh, thank you. Me too.
What other schools have been showing you love, man?
UNLV, Army, Air Force, KU, Mizzou. I just got official. Kent State wants me to come up for an official visit. We'll see if I do that. And then South Dakota State has been showing me love for a long time. They started recruiting me whenever I was a sophomore too. I love that coach.
Solid school, man. Solid team.
Yeah, very. That's about it. There's been other schools that'll just, like, hit me up, and then just, like, nothing really comes from it. But yeah.
What are some of the? You speak about some of the things that you're looking forward to, in college, and maybe certain things maybe you want to study and that kind of stuff. Like what are those main factors, especially when you get an offer from a private school like Miami and you learn a little bit more about, that it really is an academic based school?
I would definitely say, like, academics is very important. And then, like, the culture around, I would say, is very important.
Yep.
And kind of, like, the love of, like, the fan base, I'd say. Like, those are pretty much, like, my big 3 when I'm deciding on whatever school I want to go to and stuff like that. But then, like, now, with, like, PWOs, I have to also equate money and stuff like that. Like, it's super expensive to go there.
Yeah.
So,
no doubt.
and it's like, if I already have scholarships from other schools where they're going to pay for everything, like, it's kind of just got to add that in there too.
Oh, and absolutely. Dude, that's being smart, dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, that's being smart. Like that's, you've got the right mentality there, no doubt about it, dude. If someone's gonna offer you a free ride and it's a school that they can develop you, dude, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna Miami. That definitely, like, impressed me and stuff like that. Like, that's an awesome school, awesome opportunity. But yeah.
What have you got a chance? You spoke a little bit with some guys there, I guess, at Miami, but what have you had a chance to learn about this Canes staff? Even if you haven't spoken with some of these coaches, what have you been able to learn about them throughout time, possibly?
Whenever I went on my visit, I pretty much did talk to the entire staff, pretty much besides the head coach. But I've learned pretty much just, like, what I've heard about Cristobal is that, he's an awesome guy and does not put up with the BS, which I like, and, like, definitely, likes hard workers. So I definitely liked hearing that. And then from, like, what I talked to for the running back coaches and the offensive coordinator and stuff like that, like, they really preached hard work and stuff like that, which stood out to me, which I liked, and, like, actual equal opportunity. So
switch it over here to a little different topic here. Kind of curious, who are some of your favorite players, or even just a favorite player, and why?
My favorite football player growing up was Rex Burkhead.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Nebraska, or I was pretty much just born in Nebraska. I moved really early to Kansas City, but I mean, I'm a diehard Nebraska fan for absolutely no reason. Um, and I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know. I just grew up watching him and just loved the way he played and stuff like that. And I thought he's a really respectable person and stuff like that. And
Did
just
that versatility, did that appeal to you because that you have that in your game as well?
I mean, yeah, that did. I'd say more like CMC is a guy that I feel like I relate with more now, just kind of with that.
Hey, not a bad guy to relate with there.
Yeah.
Not bad. So what are your goals for this next season, man? I mean, I know, as a team, of course, it's always state, but, what about individual goals? Do you have any milestones you want to reach personally?
With college football?
With your with high school football?
I'm a senior.
Oh, you are? Dude, I had
Yes,
it written down on the wrong lap. Dude, my bad, bro. I had it written down literally on the wrong back end of that. Dude,
don't worry.
I'm done, bro. I'm a dumbass for that one. So what's your goal then as far as trying to get yourself aligned with the college and getting you on the college scene?
I mean, kind of just catching punts and getting ready for special teams because I figure I'm probably gonna do that no matter where you go as a freshman. And also like I am considering the academy route, so like I'm gonna have to get gotta get my school knowledge and get all that crap all figured out because it's a very long process and stuff. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, do you have like a time frame ideally that you want to get all this stuff figured out by, or are you just gonna kind of let it go and just let it naturally take its course?
Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna be committing at the end of January.
Okay.
I would say. So, yeah, I have 2 official visits already planned to Army and Air Force that month. And
Yeah,
then,
bro. My bad. I got your class mixed up there. When I turned over the next sheet of the other player I had, it was written 2024, dude, and I didn't realize I grabbed his sheet. That's my bad, bro.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's okay.
What else I like to do too here, man, is I love to give recruits a chance to give shout outs to their high school coaches, the guys who've been helping them out and helping them develop. So go ahead and show some guys some love.
I mean, I literally just trained with him today. OJ Simpson and Coach Wiz. And then,
OJ Simpson?
Yeah, not that guy, but
Okay.
His name's literally OJ Simpson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, he played in Arena League football, and yeah, he's a wide receivers coach. Okay. And then I'd probably say like Coach Wilmus, Coach Higgins, Coach Page. I don't know. I got a lot of coaches. I mean, even like the brand new coaches that came in this year, I really liked all of them. But I don't know. Those guys were the OGs whenever I came into high school football. So
about how many new coaches did you guys have to bring in?
I think he took 6 or 7.
Yeah, that'll change things up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and they were all on the offensive side. Like it was literally only the offense. So like it was every single offensive coach.
Oh, that's rough, bro. Coming off to the off season you had, having to get accustomed to everything. I mean, dude, that my
actually senior year too. After I've been with them from freshman to, and then, yeah. But I don't blame them. They definitely made the right choice. They actually the team that my old head coach went to, they did not win a single game the season before until he got there, and then he brought them to like the Elite 8, which is crazy. And they had like a 7-win season for like the first time in years.
He's clearly a good coach then.
Oh yeah, and I mean he built a crazy staff. It's actually like really weird because even like all the old coaches that coached me whenever I'm younger, they're on the staff that he's on. So like I actually know more coaches at the other school than like I knew at my own school coming in, which is like
that's wild.
So weird. So
that's wild, especially for high school,
yeah.
Well, I've got one last question here for you. It's a question I ask every single recruit that I bring onto the show, every guest we bring onto the show. Why do you love the game of football, Briggs? Where do you get that passion to go out and compete at the highest level on a weekly basis?
I mean, I love everything that football does for people. Like through and through, football it just makes you into a man, I would say, with everything like the leadership, the brotherhood, you're going through like hell with one another, you might as well just, I don't know, there's nothing else like it.
That brotherhood.
That brotherhood is definitely something different. I will definitely like forever stay in contact with these guys that I'm on a football team with, and I feel like that's not how normal high school football sports go. Like you don't hear of like tennis players staying connected or something like that. Like I don't know. I love everything that football has to offer, I would say, and I mean it's a lot of fun. So
I actually do have another question for you here. And when you were walking into this senior season, and in your own mind, what was the legacy you wanted to leave behind by the end of your senior season?
That's a great question. I don't know, probably like, because I probably wouldn't be the best player to walk through Park Hill South football. I mean, because we have one dude who's probably about to go to the NFL. One of them was like a 4-star recruit. So I mean, we've had really good talent. I don't know, probably like the best leader or most adversity player to ever come out of Park Hill South. I would say that because I mean, yeah, I don't know, or maybe best football player. That would be awesome to have that title too. But
you went through adversity, bro. There's absolutely no doubt about it. With everything we said this offseason, there's a lot of players that would have considered possibly switching high schools. So the fact you stuck with it, dude, props to you for that. Honestly, major props.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of high school coaches hitting me up.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that one bit, man.
Yeah.
So, Briggs, man, where can the good people find you? Go ahead and plug your social media accounts.
How do I do that?
You're not on social media at all?
Well, no, I'm on social media. I mean, it's just like Briggs Bartosh, and that's about it for everything. So,
okay, yeah, that makes it simple. As long as people can just look up your name and they'll be able to find you.
yeah, like my Instagram is Briggs_Bartosh, and then my Twitter is Briggs Bartosh. So,
okay, yeah, perfect, man. I like people to be able to know where guys are at so they can follow you and keep along with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, man, dude, Briggs, just thank you so much, dude, for taking the time to come on here. Sorry about that confusion when I grabbed that wrong piece of paper with the wrong class, dude. That was my bad, bro. I botched that one, dude. Thanks for sticking by me with that one.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you're an awesome guy, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate you just at least giving us this free time this afternoon and your night just to let Canes fans get more familiar with you and to understand what kind of player you are. So, Briggs, man, have a great rest of your night. And once again, thank you for joining the Scoop.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you having me. Have a great night.
Good night. All right, guys, that was one of our latest offers there. Preferred walk-on, Briggs Bartosh. He is a 3-star. He's not just, a walk-on with no stars or anything like that. That's why he's getting offers for full ride scholarships. So, I mean, fully understandable if he finds the right school who wants to send him through and we're just offering as a PWO, and he finds the right school who wants to pay for his college. I mean, I can't knock that one bit, but what I can say about him is he's a very well-spoken and upstanding young man, and his film shows that he belongs in college football. There's no doubt about it. I've watched it multiple times. He belongs. And with that speed increasing, especially as he's adding pounds, man, this is a guy that might be kind of a dangerous running back in the future for the right team. So, once again, Canes fans, thank you for joining us tonight on the Crude on the U, brought to you by the Scoop on the U. Next week, I'll have my co-host back, Luke Cheney, I believe. This week, we just ran it solo. But once again, thank you guys for joining me. And as always, it's all about the U. Go Canes.